Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Mixon with a first down carry. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted. Point after here coming up. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals have recovered it. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0.
Here we go.
You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. The Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And McPherson on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score. Bengals 14, Titans 0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and hand.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun. Got.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
11,
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 9 now. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joseph Osai able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. There's a nice move. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Here we go, here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
11.
That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the Titans' 22-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go, here we go. 11 empty.
Mixon will go off tackle left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon running wide side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This will be caught at about the 5. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. Ooh, with a juke. tackled by Christian Fulton. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Get set. 11.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, The guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2nd and 4. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for a Tennessee Titans. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll look to throw again. Caught by Woods. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Seibert's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
This one fielded at the 5.
John Hightower on return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Gun.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 empty.
From the 29, Burrow only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
11.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got some space here.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go, here we go. 11, empty.
Now Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I know we're the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
One, ready?
Mixon with it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the Wild